What's going on, guys? Your boy Herb G back at you again with another video. And today I have a special guest for you. Her name is Chaconda. Say hey.
Hello.
And today it's gonna be a little bit different video because I got a little money self-test here. And for those of you at home, you guys can, follow along. I don't suggest that you Google these questions because it just tests the things that you should already know. But then again, I wouldn't blame anybody for not knowing these questions because they don't teach us this in school. And that's the point of this. It's just to get you to really realize your money. It's kind of like seeing the back end of money because all you see is the front. And I really hope I can educate some people with this video today. Hopefully I can educate the world with this video. Side note, these questions are a general synopsis, not a general synopsis, a general copy of this will be on my website coming soon. So if you're watching this, after August of 2022, my website will be up no later than January 2023. So if you want to test yourself, if you want to stop this video, pause the video, whatever you want to do, and test yourself without knowing the answers, you can by going to www.btcreserve.com, or it could be the Bitcoin Reserve. I haven't decided yet, but that's coming. So just as a disclaimer, I have not asked her any of these questions. We haven't practiced this at all. This is just raw, straight, not improv, but this is straightforward. I hit the record button. Well, we talked about it, obviously, right? Before.
Yeah, but we didn't talk about these questions that I'm actually peeking at right now.
Yeah, nah.
I don't think I like this very much.
Nah, you're not supposed to be looking. So, the way this is going to go is, this is going to be, for me, I love Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and shout out to the creators of that show, or whatever. If you're watching this, consider me as your host, but Who Wants to Be a Bitcoiner? But we ain't going to get into that. So, I'm going to ask you these questions, right? We're going to go down, and then I'm going to come back, and I'm going to ask you these questions again.
Oh, my God.
For your final answer, just in case, you know what I'm saying? Because these questions, they complement each other. So if you really think about it, you're like, oh wait, so if this answer is to this question, this answer must be to this question, kind of thing. All right, and it's no, it's not complicated. It's not some rocket science. It's not some rocket science question that I looked up online. These are all, regular, just straightforward questions about money that everybody should know, but 9 times out of 10, the average person does not know. And so that's all I want to bring to the table. This is just opening your eyes, and want to make sure you guys, make sure you know what you carry around in your wallet every day, what you're putting your energy into, and what you're believing in. Because it all correlates, it all goes together. All right, and if we're gonna transition to the world of cryptocurrency, it's the same thing. Before we learn about crypto, we need to learn about money too. So, without further ado, are you ready?
No.
I wish I had some music in the background. I can't use that copyrighted music. I'll probably use some other kind of music. Because this probably is not going to be the first test that I do. 9 times out of 10 with somebody. I'll probably do somebody else too. But more on that later. Okay. So.
Not fair.
How's it not fair?
Because the only thing I've been taught about money was how to spend it. That's it.
And that's the point. I mean, obviously, that's everybody's lesson. Everybody knows how to spend it. You know what I mean? But do we know how to save? Do we know what to spend it on? Do we know the percentage of our wealth Do we know how to calculate the percentage of our wealth? Do we know what's, safe to spend?
No.
So I mean, that's a whole different topic. That's like money education and just money awareness. But this is just typical, just 10 questions about money itself, not the behavior of money.
Okay, let's go.
Or your behavior of money. All right, this is just it's easy. All right. Dun, 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 dun. All right. What is money backed by? And I think I gave you this answer before when we first met, or when we first started talking about money. I think I gave you this answer. But
What do you mean, what is it backed by?
I got you. No. It's going to be multiple questions.
Okay.
Multiple choice.
Okay.
What is money backed by? Gold. A. B. The government. C. Banks. Or D. Debt.
Oh
Man.
no.
Man. But you understand the question though?
It's any of them, but I'm gonna say government.
You understand the question
I
though?
understand the question.
Okay, you're gonna say government.
See, now I'm getting nervous.
No. It's okay. It's okay. These are most of these most of the answers that you choose are gonna be most of what people say. But I'm gonna come back around. Again.
All right.
Question 2. Who owns the dollar? A. No one. B. The people. C. The Federal Reserve. Or D. The United States.
Federal Reserve. Dollar.
Number 3. This one's a little. I won't hold you if you don't know this one. When was the Federal Reserve created? A. 1913. B. 1907. C. 1929. D. 1943.
Well, since this is kind of like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, I can cross off some of the.
Oh, you know what?
You said it.
You know what? You got a point. You got a point.
So I want to get rid of one of those answers.
Which one?
Whichever one is wrong.
Oh. All right. I crossed one out.
All right.
Is it A, 1913? Is it B, 1907? Or is it C, 1929?
I'm going to say 1929.
1929. Okay. Question 4. Why was the IRS created? Oh, I got you. To tax the rich, A.
No.
B. To give money back to the people every year. C. To fund the wars. Or D. To tax the poor.
Fund the wars.
All right, number 5. What does FDIC stand for?
Man.
Is it A, Federal Department Insurance Capital? Is it B, Federal Deposit Individual Consolidation? Is it C, Federal Department Insurance Corporation? Or is it D, Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation? I think you got 2 more lifelines. You can ask the audience, or you can.
What audience?
The audience.
I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with A.
Federal Department Insurance Capital.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Next question. How do banks create loans? And I think we talked about this.
No, we did not.
A, with money in a vault. B, out of thin air. C, through other loans. Or D, with collateral from the debtor.
Out of thin air.
Out of thin air. Number 8. Who is the Federal Reserve? Is it A, the government? Is it B, Illuminati? Is it C, a printing press company? Or is it D, a privately owned group of central bankers?
D.
Okay, 2-part question. What is a bank bail-in? Is it A, in order to stay in business, bank uses the customer's money? Is it B, in order to stay in business, the bank uses the employee's money? Is it C, in order to stay in business, the bank uses the government's money? Or is it D, in order to stay in business, the bank uses the world's money?
What was the first one?
The bank uses the customer's money.
That sounds about right.
Okay.
I'm gonna say A.
Okay. What is a bank bailout? Is it A, the bank goes under? Is it B, the bank is issued a loan from the government? Is it C, the bank is saved by the taxpayers? Or is it D, the bank uses money from the stock market?
Government.
The bank is issued a loan by the government?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Last question. Well, I'm gonna do one last question then. No, that's not. No, actually, that's not the last question. My bad. No. Who invented the tax? This should be a bonus question. Is it Adolf Hitler? Is it George Washington? Is it Julius Caesar? Or is it Benjamin Franklin?
Oh man. Who invented the tax?
Who invented the tax?
Man. You lucky it's a camera rolling.
Why?
It's witnesses.
What you about to
Because
do?
I'll be fighting you.
What?
Ask me these questions.
Women.
Julius Caesar.
Julius
I
Caesar.
don't know.
All right. What is a central bank? Is it A, a bank that prints the money supply? Is it B, a bank only for the 1%? Is it C, a bank that controls all of the banks? Or is it D, not a bank at all?
I'm gonna say C.
A bank that controls all the banks?
Mm-hmm.
A bank that controls all the banks. All right, bonus question.
We just did a bonus question.
That wasn't a bonus
See, you
question.
playing.
I said it was, but then I was like, no, that's not it. I felt like, well, I could have switched these to be bonuses, but then I was like, no.
So if it's a bonus,
It's just a bonus extra question, not the
there's
specific
cash
question.
involved in the bonus question.
You gotta wait till you see the if you got money throughout the Who Wants to Be a Big Bitcoinaire part first.
Okay.
When was the credit card invented? This one this is just a bonus. I'm not expecting you to know this. Is it 1929? Is it 1987? Is it 2008? Or is it 1950?
Credit cards. That's a hard one because James Evans, he had a credit card. That was the 70s.
Who?
So we said 50s.
James who?
James Evans from Good Times.
Oh, he had the credit card. So when you
Well, he had store credit, so I don't know if he actually had a credit card. So let's say 87.
1987?
Yeah.
Alright. I'm gonna go with the bonus question first, just to recap, right? Is this your final answer? 1987?
Yep.
You had it right the first time.
I knew it.
1950, girl. 1950. Fun fact, that was also the year that the first supercomputer was invented, if I'm not mistaken. It's either a supercomputer or some type of where they could have an operating system that the computer can, load up and everything, Microsoft and all that stuff. Don't quote me, but like the first computer was invented in 1950 as well. All right, let's go back, right?
Stop that.
What's wrong with that?
Because. Okay, go.
What? Okay.
What are the answers?
All right, number one, what is money backed by? You said the government. Is this your final answer?
Yeah.
It's not backed by the government. It's backed by debt. I told you this.
No, you didn't.
I didn't tell her.
No.
I might have though. I feel like I did.
No.
I tell that to everybody. Your money is backed by debt. Number two, who owns the dollar? You said the Federal Reserve. Is this your final answer?
Yes.
Federal Reserve is correct. Or number three, when was the Federal Reserve created? You said 1929. Is your final answer? I mean, ask you a question. Why do you think it's 1929?
I don't know. That just reminds me of like when the stocks and stuff went crazy and all that stuff.
Okay, it's not the right answer, but I did that on purpose because 1929 is the start of the Great Depression.
Yes.
So that's where I fucked you up a little bit.
Yes.
And I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But the Federal Reserve was created in 1907.
Okay.
But you gotta just, whatever that means.
You're the money person. I'm the healer.
Well, we're gonna get into that. No.
This don't even.
But you still accepting dollars, aren't you? And we was at the.
Yeah, I also accept carrots. Other
Carrots.
services,
Carrots.
garden, food. Yeah, I'm a
See,
barter. I barter.
Right. You're the original kind of money where we use.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
But you still living in this money world, aren't you?
Yeah.
So you gotta know. You gotta know. You gotta know. You gotta know. Gotta make that a song.
So he says.
So I said.
I don't have to know anything except about energy and love and light and that kind of stuff.
You know what? We're gonna get to that. Don't. Then I said, why was the IRS created? You said, fund the wars. Is this your final answer?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I was surprised you got this one. Why? How do you know that?
Why were you surprised?
No, because most people don't know that. Most people think it's to tax the rich,
Well, 'cause I
or
watch a lot
it's
of-
to give back money to people every year.
I watch a lot of stuff on wars and that type of stuff, so
Oh, so you already
I knew that one.
you already knew.
Now the rest of these, I don't know
Okay.
too much about.
What does FDIC stand for? You said the Federal Department of Insurance Capital.
Final answer.
It's Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, which banks refer to cover your money up to $250,000.
Mm-hmm.
How do banks create money? You said out of thin air. Is this your final answer?
Yeah. I have no idea.
You're so right.
Oh,
I was surprised you got
okay,
this one too.
okay.
I was like, what? That's great. Out of thin air. Yes, they do. You come to them. We're going to wait for this alarm to go off. Thank you. You go to them, and then, depending on your credit, whatever, your collateral, whatever, they're like, oh, yeah, you can get a loan, but they don't have as much loan or as much money as they give you. They just go off of what you are so-called approved of by your behavior from the last 2 to 10, whatever, how many years it dates back. from your relationship with that bank that proves to them that you will be able to pay the money back. But all they do is put, let's say 50,000. All they do is put 50000 into a computer, and they transfer that digital money into your bank account. They don't transfer any physical money from anywhere into anything. It's made out of thin air. I was surprised you got that. I was proud. I was like, but why did you think that though?
Because, I don't know, somebody said something like when you go into, you think your money is in the bank, but it really is not there, even though you put it there.
Right.
So.
I feel like you've watched other things outside of this before we met.
No.
Well, you watched stuff on wars. I won't be surprised if you watch stuff on money.
Money is just
not your subject.
It's just not. I don't care.
You don't care about money?
Like, I want to have money. I want to leave a legacy of money, but I don't really. It's just not top priority for me.
Number 8. Who is the Federal Reserve? You said a privately owned central group of bankers. A privately owned group of central bankers. Final answer.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. Mm-hmm. I said, what is a bank bail-in? You said, in order to stay in business, the bank uses the customer's money. Is that your final answer?
Yes.
You're right. I was surprised you got this one too. I was like, oh, yeah. So yes, if the bank is, is in turmoil, is in danger of bankruptcy, the bank has authorization to use customers' money to bail themselves out. Mm-hmm. So it's called a bail-in, because they use the money that they already have inside of the bank. But it's only about, I want to say, customers who have over, I want to say, it depends on the number. It's the wealthy. They can take the wealthiest money. It's not like people who have under $100,000. No, you have to have over, I want to say, at least 500,000 or something like that, to where the banks can bail in. That's why the rich have so much power. And I mean, I'm not going to say they control politics, but they can control politics because they practically sustain and enable banks to continue to be in business. And then I said, what does a bank bail out? And you said a bank is issued a loan from the government. Is that your final answer? That is correct.
Right.
I want to do like how they do. Yeah, a bank is issued a loan from the government. So, same thing. If they're in jeopardy of losing, getting bankrupt or whatever the case may be, they can actually ask the government for money, which is money from taxpayers. Mm-hmm. I don't know the difference between like which one is able to bail in and which one is able to bail out, because that should be another question. But I figured it just depends on what kind of bank it is and who the investors are. Because if it's a normal bank, like a retail bank, and when I say retail, I mean Wells Fargo, Chase, what's the third one? Bank of America. Those are retail banks. Those are banks for the everyday person. So I'm thinking those get bailed out. Real banks are the ones you don't know about.
So
those are bailed in.
Are banks and credit unions different?
Supposedly. It's just different. They have different services, but they're still all under the Federal Reserve. Credit unions mostly do have services for their members, and I believe members can be able to apply to be on the board and have a say in what to do, what the credit union does with its money. Versus a regular bank, you ain't a part of them. You're just a depositor of funds inside of them, into their money. So, unless you have shares with the bank, then you'll be able to, do stuff. Then I said, who invented the tax? You said Julius Caesar. Is this your final answer?
Yeah.
That's correct. How'd you know it was yours?
I didn't really.
Guess?
I just kind of thought there was something about Julius Caesar doing something in Rome.
Yeah, he was the first
around
one.
the time of,
He was the first person to create a tax. I don't know. Well, maybe from where we can, backdate or go to the oldest. Either way, you did better than average. So I'm happy. You know most of your stuff. This is great. I had fun. What about you?
yes and no.
What does that even mean?
You know how my frame of thought is. It's different from everybody else.
So you liked the questions, but you didn't like the questions.
Pretty much, yeah.
You didn't like the type of questions.
Yeah,
That's it.
that's it.
About that.
Mhm.
You know, one day I'm gonna have my own game show, right? So, who wants to be a big
Well,
comedian?
I'll be cheering from the audience because there's no way there's any more questions. I'll be in there like, yay.
That's it. Yeah. Yeah. I know now.
Yep.
I see. Well, that is a wrap for today, guys. Happy you came and spent a little bit of time with us to go over these questions with us. I hope somebody learned something today. I hope you learned something today. The money self-test will be here, will always be here on my website, like I said in the beginning. And I want to thank my special guest, Chaconda, and tell people where they can find you and who you are.
So, I won't tell everything, but yeah, I can be found on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok at Inner Journey Healings. Website is innerjourneyhealings.com. I am a healer, Reiki practitioner, amongst many things. So yeah.
Yeah. And I guess we met, obviously you're like, wait, you're a finance guy and crypto guy, you're a healer and Reiki, what? At one point we met on a webinar, Herb G, you guys get it? Yeah, I was that, I'm still that, but we met on a webinar which brought us together. And that's how we came to be and met and stuff, so. It's still, everything's the same, everything's still energy. So, you know what I mean? Money, healing, success, failure, sun, the moon, the stars, plants, animals. Want to add some stuff? Kids, grandchildren.
Everything.
Everything's energy.
Everything is energy.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So, thoughts, especially thoughts. You know what I mean? Good, evil, same thing. So it's all good. It's all the same. You know what I mean? We're all in this together. Everything is everything. And if more people will understand and realize that, it would be less wars, less hatred, and more love in the world. But, we got to get there first. So until then, I will see you guys on the next video. And remember, Bitcoin is in the future. So you might as well make it a present. You know that. You know my slogan, right?
I do.
You should have said it with me.
Mm-hmm.
You said it. You want to say it together?
No.
All right, y'all. I'll see y'all later.